Hello, it's XO Ashley Pink, otherwise known as Ashley, and I'm in my pajamas as you can see. This is my January 2023 monthly setup. Now, this video is probably going to come out after my organization video because that's probably just going to be a filler video. But in that video, I show you my organization and declutter for like the year for my planner stuff. And I moved all of my pens into this so that my tombows are stored vertically. But then I also have access to all of the, how did the tombows get in there? All of the brush pens that I have. So I actually have these Crayola brush pens. And then I also have these Kelly Creates brush pens. One is a finer tip, one is a thicker tip, but these are actually both brush pens on each side. Then I have like these Bic Intensity medium pens. I like them. So I'm going to be doing a bit of a setup. And I was waiting. This is actually January 8th as I'm filming this. I was waiting for for a kit to come in from Patreon from Erin Floto, and it's a bit late, which happens, but it's starting to get past the point where I can put in stuff and where I can wait. So I'm gonna have this off to the side here. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm putting this off to the side. I'm putting stuff that I have off to the side, and I accidentally drew on my something in my planner cart. So I don't really have a plan for this. I've been really inspired lately by Joshi Corinne, so I'll be listening to her as I, you know, I'll be listening to her while I'm putting stuff in. And I think I'm actually going to do a weekly. Obviously, I won't do the first week of January, mainly because I don't see the point of back planning that, but I think that's going to be a separate video. So yeah, I will see you in the fast forward. So this quote took me ages to find, but the quote I ended up going with was, "You don't have to learn to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you," by Quotesgram. I have been having issues with my anxiety recently. I have a couple diagnosed disorders, one of them being obsessive compulsive disorder, and my intrusive thoughts have just been horrific for my brain lately. So I like since I'm working on OCD recovery, it felt like the perfect quote. I always have my little calendar at the side and the washi I used. So the bigger washi that I used with like the rosy foiling is from Wonton In A Million. It's the Ravenclaw one. And then the blue foiling is from a Claire section of Toys R Us, because we still have those in Canada. And then the thin washi is from, I was going to say from YouTube, from Wish. So the next one is my monthly tasks. I decided to change up my monthly tasks. The previous monthly tasks section that I have been doing, the previous format I have been doing since I started bullet journaling in 2015, 2016. But I wanted to just do two basic lists, one for general information / work, one for school. And then this bubbly washi, I believe I got from Michael's, and then the thin stuff again is from Wish. And then the other page is, I didn't start it yet, but it was a health page. I was trying to figure out what kind of tracker I wanted to use. I realized that I like tracking steps, sleep, and weight, so I decided to also add in some water tracker. And the way my water tracker works, by the way, is, so I use the Contigo water bottles, and they hold about, if you fill them all the way to the top, 32 fluid ounces, and 34 fluid ounces is a liter. So that is, I use that to base how much water I drink per liter. So every tick that you see is a liter. So the reason I say that is because I usually drink between
6 to sometimes up to 10 liters of water a day. And let's remember that with my 24/7 nausea, that's the only time I'm not nauseous is when I'm drinking water. It's a thing. I'm not sure what I think of this. I decided to try it, but the marker that I used was my Bic Intensity, and it kind of smudged on the other side, and I don't know. This was just like an attempt for income trackers. So income, fixed expenses, variable expenses, savings, and brain dump. I really didn't give myself enough space for fixed expenses. I think my brain kind of mixed up what my fixed expenses and variable expenses were, because my variable expenses are categories of things I can spend, and fixed expenses are like stuff that comes off my credit card, whatever. So then the next page, simple reflection. So things that I did well with my wins are what I did well, struggles are what I struggled with, plan is what I'm going to change. Monthly goals. This is before I got my goal set up, and the goal video you'll see is actually, again, before I got my companion notebook. So I actually was planning on using these as monthly action steps. That has since changed. And then I decided to do a social media page. I'm going to be honest, I'm filming this at the end of January. I didn't use it because I barely posted, but things can change. But still, I find I never use social media trackers. It was just a page filler. I'm really excited for my next page though, which is Big Goal Reflections. It is from Moxie Life, so you're supposed to like do reflections on every month, every week. So what worked, what needs improvement, what parts, and then I kind of merged a couple questions together. What parts did I find hard? Should I modify any goals or methods? If so, what and why? So I'm really digging down deep. And then I actually jumped into my weekly. These were initially 2 different videos, which is why it looks kind of like a different jump, because I was planning on doing 2 different videos. They are not 2 different videos though. And that's also why the flip through at the end is a tad odd. But yeah, as I mentioned in the bullet journal, the weekly flip through, this is actually, I ended up gluing those 2 pages together, but I ended up figuring out because of that how I liked it. I was drawing inspiration from the bamboo theme that Jashi Corinne did, and I also believe that at some point Erin Floto did a bamboo theme. I like the simplicity of it, and I mean, if I wanted to, I could just do blue bamboo and do a bit more doodles, but I like the simplicity of it. I like the fact that the top 2/3 are like a weekly, things I get to do weekly, and then the bottom third is roughly third is non-daily to-dos. I find it's really working well with my quick like check-in method that I prefer to do with my bullet journal. So yeah, I'll leave the rest to you.
So I'll quickly go over what I did, and I also need a tab for now until the other ones come in. Aha, there we go. And it's blue. I'm going with this like blue theme. There we go, that's good enough. Okay, so I really struggled with this month. The quote is cool. Like I've been working a lot on my anxiety, and I've been trying to say like positive things, and I really like this. You don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you. It's from Quotesgram. I've been really working on my anxiety for my OCD. I was in therapy for a year and a half, and of course before that, whenever it gets bad, to help with it. And like any other mental illness, it's not going to magically go away. You just have to, when you start realizing it's dipping in and you're having more and more moments, that's when you need to work on it. And that's what I'm doing. So a lot of this stuff I'm changing up because I'm also really utilizing Notion and other things. So instead of, there is some stuff that I value repeating, like dates and stuff like that. But I don't see the point in putting my habits in more than one spot and other stuff. So this is what I'm going to just be doing for monthly. So I did a new task list. All I'm going to do is write general work stuff here and school stuff here. Hopefully that works. And then for a health tracker, I'm going to write my steps. I'm going to write water intake, roughly. I'm going to write a rough amount of sleep. And then weight. I don't know if I'm going to weigh myself every day, but I want a spot for it. Monthly budget. This is really like nitty gritty. I'm just going to write down what income I'm having, my fixed expenses, my variables. And then I'm going to just like reflect and note stuff here. Same for this, I have a win section, a struggle section, and a plan to change. My goal section, I want to write out some action steps. I left some space here so I can do like full sentences, but of course I still have my dot marker if I wanted to like double do. And then this is like a reflections page section. Just, I wasn't sure what to put here, but I knew I wanted a full page of reflection. So this is just like a rough reflection. And then this is social media. So I'm writing what I post. I want to start getting back into that, whether I use this spread or not. There's a section for it. And then big goal reflection. So I want to write down like a sentence or two of what worked, what needs improvements, what parts did I find hard, and should I modify any goals or methods? If so, what? So that I can do that. So yeah, that's what my monthly spread's going to look like. It's very short and sweet. But this is what's going to work for me, and I'm going to do my weekly setup soon. Okay, so I want to change up my weeklies to figure out if stuff works or not. That's why it was separate. So I really liked the bamboo theme from Dashi Corinne and that Aaron Floto did a while ago, but I wasn't quite sure how to go about doing it. So this is how I got through. I did blue, and halfway through I realized, hey, some of these only have like individual like days. Like for example, TM, FH, and HP are all kids' birthdays. So I tried to do it, and then I just did this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work this the way I did, and then I have next week ready and set. And for anything that's like birthdays or one-offs, they'll go here. And anything that's like a task, but it's like a repeated task that I might have to do every day, but not quite a habit, I'll put up here. And I think that'll work. And ideally I want to do this like every week for a weekly reset, but I did next week as well. So yeah, that's a quick video. If you like this video, please like, share, a thumbs up, and all that help with blue, and I will see you later. Bye.